So I'm going to start off this video by apologizing and saying I'm sorry that I started making CNA videos and then I fell off. I guess I got caught up with the program and everything else that was going on in my life. So I'm sorry. Second thing, if you're hearing noises in the background, my dogs are there being dogs, so they might start scratching or barking or whatever. So this video is going to be becoming a nurse aide, why I became a nurse aide, and why I'm going into nursing school. I may get a little emotional when I talk about that. So if you don't like emotional videos or people, you might want to click off this and go somewhere else. So becoming a nurse aide, I went through my community college. I paid about $1,000 out of pocket because financial aid did not cover it. If you are interested in going to your community college, I know American Red Cross offers it. You might want to check around. Some financial aid might pay for some in your area, some might not. And it was about $1,000. I had to drain my savings to take this course. But it was worth it. I loved it. Clinical was the best. You know, doing the book work and learning the skills, you get kind of nervous and anxious if you're going to remember it and stuff. And then after your first night at clinical, you feel like you know what you're doing if you grasp all the concepts. And you're like, yes, let's do this. Let's go to clinical. I can't wait for clinical. My classes and clinical, which was the same nights as my classes, was Monday, Wednesday, Thursday from 4:30 till 9. And I took it in the summer semester, so it was only like 3 months long. Lecture class is longer than clinical. But clinical was awesome because you get to apply all your hands-on, and you just really get to bond with all of the clients that are in there, and it's just, you see so many different things, and it's crazy to see, what you learn in lecture for your skills to get checked off on and prepare for state. In the nursing home setting, you see all the shortcuts that the aides and nurses make, and it makes your job a little easier, but you wonder, like, oh, my brain goes through all that and I have all these shortcuts, but it's worth it. So you just want to check around. You need to make sure that you have all of your finances straight. Once you're done with clinical and lecture, if you go through community college, I don't know if it's the same, but here's what I did. Once that's over, the last day of the semester, we went back to class. We received our certificates for completing the program at the college, and we also got packets from our instructor that gave us information on where to send our money order and information to get our test date for state to become certified. I failed the first time. I passed the written. You'll take a written and a skills. I failed skills the first time. I was nervous. My grandma was going through some issues with health, and it wasn't my time to pass. I was all discouraged. I went through all the stages of grief, anger, sad, depression, blame, and then I got over it. I'm like, crying about it, being angry about it isn't going to change my results. So I got with my instructor and some other girls that hadn't tested yet, and we got together back at the campus and we started practicing in the nurse aid room. And I got my test date a month later, went, passed it. I've been certified since October. It's the greatest feeling in the world. Like, this is the best accomplishment I've made in my life so far. And if you guys want to go into healthcare and you don't want to waste your money on a degree before you get hands-on and get a feel for healthcare careers, becoming a nurse aide or a med tech or something like that, some kind of degree you can get quickly like this. It's not a degree, it's a license, but a license or a degree you can get quick. Like, it's the perfect way to get your foot in the door and see if you want to spend the next couple years getting your bachelor's or whatever in science. I love it. Clinical was awesome. I got to feed people. We did pericare, dentures, brushing people's teeth, everything. And they're very appreciative for it. Even though you may have a client that is kind of rude, deep down, they appreciate it. They have people taking care of them 24/7. They have to. They're not alone. People care about them. They love them. I loved all mine. We started out with 2 people the first week, and then our instructor there was gradually increasing us to 4 to 6, depending on, if they were more complicated, less complicated, needed more attention, needed less attention. So, that's that. why I became a nurse aide, I started taking care of my grandma at a very young age, and she, she brought out the best in me, and the more I had to take care of her, the more I told myself that I should just make a career out of it. And she was so appreciative. I'm trying not to cry. Um, she taught me to be a better person, and she taught me to care about people and animals. And if I wouldn't have gotten inspiration from her, I probably wouldn't be the person I am today. And when I was younger, it was simple things like she had knee surgery, so she couldn't really walk that well, so I had to cook for her and clean for her. And then, a couple years went by and her memory started getting bad, so we had to remind her, hey, take your medicine, and she would. Well, her memory got bad enough that she would forget, so I had to go in mornings, give her medicine, give her toast, her coffee, she loved coffee, and, give her AM meds, and then give her PM meds, cook for her, still clean for her, take out her trash, check her mail, stuff like that. And then she started getting worse off, and she would go in and out of the nursing home. And when you go to nursing homes, when you go to hospitals, anywhere, you see who's there because they love people, and you see who's there because they just want a paycheck. And when my grandma was first going in and out, I just started the nurse aid program. And when I would go there, I would see what they're doing wrong, not putting trash bags back in her trash can, or leaving her emesis basin near the trash, or leaving toothpaste in it. And I just got angry, and it made me more proud that I was going to school for that. And I really hoped that she would live to see me accomplish becoming a nurse aide, but she didn't. But she knew I was aspiring to be a nurse. She knew that I graduated high school. She knew that I wanted to be successful. And I wish that I could have told her that she was the reason I was doing what I was doing. But I couldn't. And it's just hard. But I want to help other people. I want other people that go through seeing their loved one lose their memory. I want to be there for them. I want to let them know that even though their memory's gone, it's still them. And you can't yell at them. You can't get angry. You can't, you have to deal with it. And you have to know that they love you. They're not choosing for their mind to go like that. And that's why I'm so involved with the Alzheimer's Association now and doing what I do. And because of my grandma, I love helping people. And because of my grandma, I'm going into healthcare. And because of my grandma, I'm a better person. And I have a lot to give because of her. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them. And I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can.